the best earphones of 2023 according to you. Brrr, cheap drum roll intro is the Kiwi Ears Quintet with 31 votes. That's the winner. Congrats to Kiwi Ears. It's the same as the mid-fi champ. They got the overall champ. Before we continue, let me break away from this. If you are a subscriber to my channel and you comment below this video, if you give it a thumbs up because you genuinely like it, that would be cool too because it helps with the algorithm. You can get a Yanyan Mahina, which is retail value at $650. And it will be sent to you probably on New Year's Day, January 1st. A lot of stuff is going out on that day. And as a proof of concept, snap my fingers right here. This is the Band 5 Pro, and this is the person that won it right here. That set was given away prior, but when it got to the stage of send this mail address to my, at that time, fiance, now wife, they felt some kind of cautious or something and decided to just back out. Okay, fair enough. But now, his skip is your win because the Band 5 Pro is a good set. It's a slightly different version of the Performer 5, and you're not paying anything for it, and I'm paying for shipping. Gentle reminder, I never ask for money. Nobody from Bad Guy Good Audio Reviews will ever ask you for a single penny for anything about anything ever. If you ever hear about having to pay for anything ever, it's a scam. That doesn't seem to be a problem recently, but always keep that in mind. I don't ask you for anything. I'm just telling you that if you're a subscriber and if you comment below this video, there's a chance that you might get an item. For example, in this video, the Mahina. Now, back to the content of the video. The Kiwi Ears Quintet won 31 votes, which seems to match the previous video, which was the mid-fi earphones, which the Quintet, I believe, stomped and absolutely demolished everything else. I'm using overly dramatic terms, but it did quite well. This would kind of reflect that that wasn't a swarm. And also, everywhere I go, people seem to be big fans of this, or it was slightly energetic, but there's no set that's universally loved. The SimGot EW200 and the EA500 both did very well. I thought the EA500 would do better in a prior video. It's doing better in this one because I guess it's everybody's who bought it. Maybe that's their budget height. And they think that with its stock or filter version is just about as good as you can get. And it's built like a tank. And the EW200 is, again, built like a tank with a nice driver. I think Hi Fry Jeffrey just posted up pictures of that opened up with the drivers, and he's a great asset to the community. That's his thing. That's what he does. So go check him out. If somebody reminds me in the comment section, I'll link to him. The Monarch MK3 is the best vote-getting pricey set at about $999. It got 24 votes here. It got, I think, 89 votes in the Money Trees of the Year voting. And the only one that got over 100 was, I think, the Fat Frequency, which isn't even on this list. There's a lot of interesting stuff about the list. The Chopin showed its face. It didn't show its face in the video it could have been in, which I believe is the EM6L one, because this is, I think, like $199. It wasn't even in there. Not a single vote. People said maybe it's because it's a newish set, and that probably is what happened because the Zigat Nuo got 6 votes, kind of newish set. The SimGot EA1000, which is, a lot of people love the hell out of that as far as its resolution. They might want a little bit more low end, but the fans of that are huge fans. And that only got 5 votes, and I think that the Chopin and the Zigat are all reflecting the reviewers get it first by a reasonable amount of time. We're talking weeks, and it gets longer now because of these pre-orders have been kind of turned into I don't know. It's like crowdfunding almost. I don't want to get into a tangent, but the waiting for a lot of these sets recently has become kind of ridiculous. That deserves its own video, which I will definitely do. Nothing else really jumps out. The Moondrop Chew did really good in a previous video, but this is just showing that while people think it's great in its price range, they certainly don't consider it the best of the year. The Warner, which was a killer in vote getting, got only 5 votes in this because while people think that that's an excellent value for its price, they don't remotely think it's the best purchase of the year for them. So there's a lot in here that makes a lot of sense when it's compared with the other one. I'm going to do this every year. I think that this is never, I don't think this is ever going to be as pure. It's never as good as the first time. whether it's a hit of the good sticky buds or the first kiss or whatever you talk about. There's a first time, and it's special. And in this hobby, once companies figure out the benefit of this, they will grab it somehow. You know what I'm saying? People are already thinking maybe there's bots and stuff in the ballot. Perhaps. But that'll definitely be a problem next year, because other channels will do this. Or if they don't, I will still do it. And then companies will kind of see. Whenever there's a hook or an angle to look good, companies will, of course, try to put themselves into it. Right? Right. We don't even need to talk about that, because, of course, that'll be the case. So I'll do it every year, but I don't think it'll ever be as accurate, truth, pure as it is just this first year, for obvious reasons, because it's a business, and the people who benefit from these votes are business people. Can you see what I'm saying? I don't want to be negative about a happy thing, but let's be realistic. I think this is about as pure as it's ever going to be when it comes to something like this. And then I'm also going to do my own votes. I'm going to give my single vote for what I think is the best expensive set of the year, what I think is the best mid-fi. I will put all of those into a single video so I don't bore you with a 50-minute, no chapter having essay, like the Iliad that I did for my Jupiter. That was crazy. So thank you to the people that gave me good wishes for my son. He's doing much better now. I'm trying to fight back from... Hold on a second. Okay. He got me. What he has been going through, for the past few days, it's all now on me, because I have a better immune system than him, but it still gets through. Doesn't matter. But again, thank you guys for your well wishes. He's doing much better. He was having a really tough time. If you ever think that a doctor might have missed something, get a second opinion immediately, because in this case, I think the first time a doctor sees, they're like, oh, it's just a regular cold, don't worry about it. And then you go home and suddenly you can't breathe. You're using a pump to suck snot out of his nose. The fever's getting higher. You're getting more scared. Get a second opinion ASAP. Don't worry. Doctors are not gods. They're not robots. Who cares about their feelings? They got one job to do, and they can't do that perfectly. And the damage from them not doing perfectly can be tragic. So always get a second opinion on important stuff. There's nothing more important than your family's health. I'm literally preaching to the choir to people that have children already. But for those of you that don't, and your partner is pregnant right now, or you're going to have children in the future, when you go to the doctor and they give an opinion about your child and you feel like, yeah, I think maybe he's kind of getting it wrong or she's getting it wrong, then go to the next place. Like, immediately go right to another place. Don't even hesitate. And that's got nothing to do with what this video is about, but I don't even care. And I'm out. You guys have a great week, and I'll probably see you in a couple days if I don't completely come down with the flu, which is very possible. And now I'm out. Congrats to Kiwi Ears Quintet. I just did a video about a set of yours that I think is, yeah. And then next video, there you are again with the best set of the year. So that's how it works. And I'm out.